Greetings. Let's talk about some new ideas for GIS Day. After a quarter century after GIS Day began in 1999, think of that, 1999, GIS Day is still here. In fact, GIS is more important than ever to our society because of, number one, local to global challenges our communities and societies face, including natural hazards, energy, water, population pressure, human health, natural resource demand, public safety, education, and much more. And number two, the subsequent need for data-driven, thoughtful decisions made with the spatial and holistic perspective offered by spatial thinking and the use of GIS tools and spatial data. GIS is used in the daily lives of people all over the world as they check today's weather, plan a ride share, or when to take the next bus or light rail, tracking a package delivery, recording their walk or their cycle ride on their fitness app, plan their trip to the public library or to a friend's house, plan today's dinner, supply chain management, right, enabling food to be grown, packaged, processed, and shipped to where you can purchase it, or read by electric light, the utility companies using GIS to manage their lines and services. So how are you actually watching this video right now? So all around us, people use GIS to plan the next urban green space, where to plant crops in which fields, set up wildfire watch announcements, schedule the needed repair to a water main, and ship needed medical supplies. Yet in these and dozens, hundreds of other ways in which GIS is used every day in our everyday lives and in everyday daily decisions, GIS still remains relatively unknown by the general public, even by one's own coworkers, friends, colleagues, family members. This is where GIS Day can help. GIS Day is a day set aside each November to help people understand the value of spatial thinking, mapping, and spatial analysis to their community and to society as a whole. Given the changes our world has experienced since that very first GIS Day back in 1999, and yes, I was there working for the U.S. Geological Survey, and we had a big event there in 1999, GIS is more important than ever. Since that time, a global pandemic, significant natural hazards, supply chain disruptions, and other events have raised global awareness of the relevance of GIS as a decision-making tool set that enables people to build healthy communities, resilient cities, and a more sustainable, equitable, and resilient planet. Thus, GIS can be justifiably celebrated, as never before, as an essential technology and methodology for applying geography and spatial thinking to our world and our communities, in our own families. One of the ways to celebrate GIS is through hosting or participating in a GIS Day event, gisday.com. This could be a hands-on workshop, a tour of your facility, presentation, fun family event, video, contest, or another way you and your organization could highlight what you do with GIS and the positive impacts it has to the people and land that you serve. You could do this face-to-face, online, or in a hybrid setting. So take a look at my essay out on the Esri community site, and also this video, and the GIS Day website for ideas on how to have a successful GIS Day. There's no shortage of resources on the GIS Day website. Lessons, data, things to do, case studies, events around the world, etc. This year, GIS Day 2024 will be held on Wednesday, 20 November 2024, although you are certainly free to choose another day that meets your organization's needs in scheduling a GIS Day event. Use this GIS Day opportunity to go big. Think creatively about how to highlight good people in your organization, how you use GIS, and the positive difference it is making in your community, and hence why it will matter to your audience. The presentations you create could serve double duty, even triple duty. They could also serve to highlight what your department or organization does that could be important the next time your budget cycle is renewed, or when your CEO, city manager, or others ask you about what you do and the impact you are having. Again, I think this is even more important than ever, given the often behind-the-scenes hidden work that GIS so frequently is. Consider using engaging tools such as ArcGIS Hub to showcase the data and the services that your organization is providing. That's a very nice tool to be able to do that. ArcGIS Experience Builder gives you more capabilities And customization be another nice way for you to highlight what you're doing. Or story maps, a story maps collection to highlight what you're doing. Publicly shared story maps that feature people, problems solved, lives saved, budgets met, people empowered, etc. And you could use these tools, Hub, Experience Builder, or our Story Maps collection, as a front page for your event. Take a look at some of these photos. People on GIS Day and beyond. Because GIS is such a visual technology, consider conducting a hands-on workshop or a presentation. Focus on a tool that you are excited about, perhaps a data set that your organization is proud to have created. Need additional ideas? Try this GIS Day story map from Esri, my organization. Take a look at this story map. These are all linked to the essay that I described earlier. My own story map is here. Take a look at that as well. I hope it provides Make Every Day GIS Day. Hope that's a catchy title, but I truly believe that. Some ideas in there as well. Hands-on activities, conversation starters, and more. Consider starting with the National Geographic Esri Map Maker. That is an easy-to-use, fast, fun, and engaging tool. It's also part of the Instant Atlas apps. You've got layers of data in here as well as lots more around the world. Okay? So take a look at this at some point and use it as a tool to engage your audience. Show off some of your favorite maps and apps in the ArcGIS Living Atlas of the World apps. I love these. There are about 25 of these, and there are no shortage of wonderful things to show. And important things: the drought aware, the wildfire aware, sea ice aware, water chemistry, land cover, Landsat imagery, and much more. I guarantee that nobody looking at these tools, the Map Maker or the Living Atlas apps and maps, will say, that's boring. They're very engaging. Maps have been engaging for thousands of years. No shortage here. The Mapping Hour is a series of videos and resources that my colleagues have created to help parents and teachers understand how to use ArcGIS for kids, primary and secondary age. So take a look at these episodes and resources. You could use them also for ideas on tools and approaches to teach and instructional guidelines. Each Mapping Hour video focuses on how to use an aspect of the ArcGIS platform, such as Survey 123, ArcGIS Online Map Viewer, and more, in teaching and learning. Geo inquiries and Learn GIS lessons provide additional content for you to teach with. Make it spatial. See the stories that are linked to this essay about people using GIS Day as a way to highlight what their organization does. I just love these stories. Take a look at these for some inspiration all around the world. And I compiled those from a few of the thousands of GIS Day events over the past years. How did people make this day engaging, fun, and informative? Make it interactive. Create a map-based quiz, or use the existing ones that I have created, such as Name That Place. And I do have the answer key in there. Name that place from ground photographs. Sounds of planet Earth, or Weird Earth. Strange places on our planet. Interesting places. Fascinating places. I created each of these using the capabilities of ArcGIS Online, such as the instant apps. Some are in story map form, such as this Wyoming map quiz. I tailored it to the good folks in Wyoming and beyond. With the answer key. Try this Pioneers of Geography and GIS Day Treasure Hunt story map quiz that I created with the help of my colleagues here on the Esri development team. Pioneers of Geography and GIS. Let's get started. You get the idea. Lots of fun and very spatial. Solve a series of questions. Each focuses on geography, or a GIS Day pioneer, or a GIS pioneer, and hints at a location somewhere in the world where the pioneer was born or worked. You could use it for an icebreaker, a contest, or as a fun break-in between longer presentations. The answers to the 25 questions include Aryabhata, Zheng He, Dawn Wright, Roger Tomlinson, and I'm not going to give you any more answers. You need to take the quiz yourself. For a graphic, see below. If you're stumped, you can skip the guessing. For more, see this collection of thematic treasure hunts. There's lots more out there. Wow, look at this. GIS around the world, cities, mountains, beaches. No shortage here. How about this, folks? Put your skills to the test with my GIS-themed crossword puzzle. Consider these clues. 16 across, a spatial term denoting features that overlay or cross each other. 40 across, type of thematic map in which areas are symbolized in proportion to a variable that represents a summary of a geographic characteristic within each area. 69 down, University of Kansas cartographer George, who devised the natural breaks classification. 295 down, the standard deviation of the residuals, prediction errors. How are you doing so far? Use the crossword in your event as a contest, awarding kudos to the person or team to get the most clues in, say, 5 minutes. There's a lot of clues there. The resources page on the GIS Day site, as I mentioned earlier, provides additional lessons, posters, videos, and other items you could use. Need more inspiration? Okay, how about the 101 more ideas? How to celebrate GIS Day, 101 ways to participate, including sending a thank you note to a GIS or geography teacher and producing a GIS Day song. But definitely do not watch any of my own off-key GIS songs. Once you've gathered your team and planned what you will do, register your event on the GIS Day site. Now you need to publicize your event. Will your event be only for internal employees? That's perfectly fine, or for the wider community. If the latter, consider your city or regional GIS community's web pages, or listservs or social media to post. Also consider posting to your regional chapter of the Esri Young Professionals Network, YPN. But don't stop at the GIS community. Reach those who have never heard of GIS, too, via your local school board, public library, arts district, city hall, or other community groups. If you don't want to host an event, no problem. You could use the GIS Day web map to find an event of interest to you and join that event either virtually or face-to-face. Stay tuned, follow gisday.com on Twitter or X, and visit the GIS Day website often to hear more about opportunities for the global GIS Day community to come together to celebrate GIS Day, virtually and face-to-face. Thanks for being with me, and I wish you all a very happy GIS Day.